how to get a man to commit to you emotionally. By the end of this video, you'll have the 3 tools that are necessary for you to ensure that the man of your choice not only wants to commit to you emotionally, but can't help doing so. Number 1, stop engaging in power struggles. What's a power struggle? It's when you are constantly trying to get the longer end of the stick in your relationship at his expense. What a power struggle does is it essentially strips away any value in the relationship bank that you may have already had. And a lot of women get to that point in a relationship because they feel like they've lost enough time in the relationship with a guy that now they deserve to have the relationship taken to the next level. And while I can understand that, you've got to also approach this intelligently and strategically. You don't want to go all out in trying to myopically get a man's commitment at the cost of his trust in you and at the cost of the quality of the relationship, and most of all at the cost of your own self-respect. Because through experience of coaching so many women, no woman who ever tries to get a man's commitment through power struggles such as ultimatums or guilt or just nagging ever feels good about herself in the long term. Every good woman wants to know that a man's desire to commit to her was his own idea and that he was genuinely inspired to do so. Number 2, add enough value in the relationship that it gets to the point of reciprocity. So if you approach your relationship in a way that you're always extracting value, you're always looking for what you can get, and you have no sensitivity to what value means for him, what happens then is that he's going to see less and less value in potentially committing to you, and it erodes his trust in you. When his trust in you is eroded, then it becomes harder and harder for you to gain that emotional commitment that you want. So what constitutes adding value to a man? Building emotional attraction and leading with emotional connection. If you want to learn how to use high value banter to build emotional attraction, go to highvaluebanter.com or just go to reneeslinks.com for all the goodies. Number 3, communicate your need for commitment through feminine vulnerability. Now, what does feminine vulnerability even mean? Is it in the room with us right now? It can be so airy-fairy, this idea. So feminine vulnerability is your ability to actually access the primary emotions within you related to commitment. So instead of going out and guilt tripping or using ultimatums or nagging a man for commitment, you access the emotions within you that are driving you to seek that emotional commitment. So ask yourself, why do you really need the commitment? And then you'll get closer to accessing and communicating your need for commitment through feminine vulnerability. As always, be careful out there and stay playful.